Israel's parliament has passed a landmark bill mandating death penalty for Palestinian prisoners convicted of deadly attacks. In response, the Association for Civil Rights in Israel has filed the first petition in the Supreme Court challenging the Knesset's decision. The pandemonium and celebration erupted in the Knesset as the final tally was announced. 62 lawmakers, including Prime Minister Netanyahu, voted in favor of this bill, while 48 voted against the bill, championed by far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir.
In favor of death penalty bill, 62. 48 against, 1 absentee. I determine that bill offer death penalty for terrorists TSHPV, year according to Jewish calendar, 2026, has passed in second and third readings, and the law will be included in the Book of Laws of the State of Israel. Jewish blessing. The people of Israel live on.
The bill, a key demand of Prime Minister Netanyahu's far-right coalition partners, establishes hanging as the default punishment for acts of terrorism resulting in death. It states hanging should be carried out within 90 days of the sentencing, with a possible postponement of up to 180 days, while the sentence can be reduced to life imprisonment under special circumstances. The law is designed to be a rigid deterrent. The historical weight of this decision is significant. Israel effectively abolished the death penalty for murder in 1954. The only person ever executed after a civilian trial was Adolf Eichmann, an architect of the Nazi Holocaust in 1962.
From today onward, every terrorist shall know, and the whole world shall know, he who takes life, the state of Israel, will take his life. This justice needs to be seen and done, and starting tomorrow morning, with the help of the blessed God, it will be done.
But the legislation has drawn international criticism of Israel. Several critics argue the law is structurally discriminatory. In the occupied West Bank, Palestinians are tried in military courts, where the death penalty will now be the standard for lethal attacks. While in contrast, civilian courts, which try Israeli citizens, only apply the death sentence if the act was carried out with the intent of harming an Israeli citizen or resident, with the goal of ending the existence of the State of Israel. The Association for Civil Rights in Israel has filed a petition with the Supreme Court to annul the law, calling it institutionalized discrimination.
The adoption of this law by the Knesset in the second and third readings would pose a major threat to the lives of detainees. The Israeli authorities were practicing for the past 2 years and a half, specifically since the genocide war that was committed by the occupation. They practiced slow-killing practices that have led to the deaths of more than 100 prisoners.
But Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas condemned the legislation as a breach of international law and a doomed bid meant to intimidate Palestinians. For families living in the West Bank, the news is a nightmare that has now come true.
To be honest, as a father, I got affected because this is unfair law. According to international law, he is a war prisoner, he should be treated well. But to be executed, this is barbaric.
Palestinian militant group Hamas has slammed the Knesset's approval of this bill, calling Israel's policy one based on killing and terrorism. It has called on Palestinians to launch attacks in retaliation for this law.